We had to go through that nostalgic music, even though it was quite loud, not gonna lie, but I didn't want to press anything to silence it, in a way. Well, it's Operation Bedrock, a series where my friends and I were gonna mine the entire world, and there's nothing but bedrock left except for the floor, of course, because we need something flat to walk on. And it's been a while since I've actually done anything. Mainly because is that work has taken over, and I have not been able to really bring myself into working on Operation Bedrock for quite a while. A lot of people have been asking me to bring back the series. I'm just not ready to come back to it just yet. It's gonna feel so weird going through all this once again. Once more, once again. English is not my forte. The music alone is already nostalgic. This is Operation Bedrock on Legacy Minecraft Edition, Xbox One Edition, the one mode or the one version that they're not going to update anymore. And for me to bring this on over to Bedrock Edition, it's just going to break my world. So I have to stay on Legacy Edition. What was I doing last time? All of my stuff. All of my pickaxes and shovels. I'm gonna have to repair everything once again. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking about it more and more and more. Been seeing a lot of comments saying that they used to watch this growing up. It's insane to think about. I gotta remember everything right now. Right, cat? It's insane. I wish I could actually come back to this. All it started out with was just a simple question that my friend just brought up. It's like, what if there was a world where there was just nothing but bedrock? And that was the idea that Operation Bedrock came to be. June 15th. June 15th of 2012 was when I did start the very first episode of Operation Bedrock. And that would catapult my YouTube channel into existence on the map for Minecraft. Is that I've never gotten a chance to play Minecraft on PC because my computer was just garbage that I couldn't even handle Minecraft. Like, it would just crash my driver. Like, I had a very old computer and it just couldn't handle Minecraft, so I never got to play Minecraft on PC where all my friends were doing that. I just had to wait until it finally came out on Xbox, and that's where I stuck with it. Every video that I've made with updates and things like that, people on PC be like, "Oh, we already got this update. We already got that update. You're way behind." It's like, yeah, I know, but this is me experiencing the update for the very first time with my own 2 eyes here. So, or 4 eyes because I wear glasses. But you get the idea that this is where I get to experience everything for the very first time. So it's just all brand new to me. Every video that I made was just a genuine reaction, just a experience that I never got a chance to see. I sound like I'm actively on the verge of tears. Good to know. All the nostalgic wave. Like, I really want to come back to it. It's something that I would have to commit to once again. Like, I would have to get back into routine of just doing a live stream every single day, which I can't bring myself to do so, especially if I have to go to work every day from 2 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Like, it gets exhausting. Like, with Minecraft, at this point, I'm a little bit burnt out of it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys that whenever I do want to play, I just get bored. Like, I don't like to get bored of things, but it's just it's probably just because I'm so exhausted that whenever I get onto Minecraft where I'm just trying to repair tools or start mining, I just go to a kind of like a hypnosis where I'm about to fall asleep. Like, that type of feeling, you know? Here is where I spawn into the world for the very first time. And this is where I started exploring. Just trying to find a good spot to make a home so that I don't get killed off by the mobs in the night. I remember this so well, the very first episode of Operation Bedrock. Just moving about, trying to make a home. This was in the first home, by the way. Like, that's the tree dome. That is not our first home. That was our second home. So, doggies. I can't actually pet them. One thing is that with console, that if you were to go from Xbox 360 onto the Xbox One, onto the Xbox One X, onto the Xbox Series X, all subsequential type of moments where the dogs you had on the previous version, they are no longer your dogs. That's the thing that sucks. Like, I can't pet them. I wish I could. I wish I could pet my dogs. These were mine. I can't pet them anymore. They're just sitting there. Can't do anything about that. This little monument right here is where we wanted to see the creepers. Keep in mind, we were on the 360, that we were just experiencing everything for the first time, really. That all we had to do was just dig under and go in there, that we could actually just see the creepers from the glass. And this is a fancy texture pack. I like it because it makes everything looks like a little bit more HD. So I don't really like the classic one, unless if I'm on PC, which I don't mind at all. Pop out the chat because it's on my second monitor and I can barely see my second monitor where I'm sitting. Nice. Dead block. Feeling crazy to see. I wonder if I can actually transfer it onto the Xbox Series X. I'm not too sure if I can do that. I'm just exploring the world. I'm just going down a trip down to memory lane. But there are people who've actually seen every single episode of Operation Bedrock. Like every Saturday, I would upload a video or at least an episode of Operation Bedrock, and I kept that up for over 5 years. 200 plus episodes. Hey, Wolf. Hi, buddy. I don't have any bones. Xbox 360 arcade exclusive. Well, I still got my 360, and I still got my Operation Bedrock on the 360. And I was insane enough to not even go transfer the Minecraft world onto the Xbox One for a while. It took me another year just to do that. I just couldn't handle the lag anymore. Like, it would just lag opening or at least loading up the world, and it would also lag saving the world. At times, I would always be afraid that it would actually crash my world because I always would think that at some point while it was saving, it would just somehow crash. So I just had to actually transfer it over just so that that wouldn't happen. But here is where we actually made our very first home. I made it out of dirt and then expanded it into, or at least upgraded into using actual wood. So this was our first home. I do not remember who was in here. I just kept that there. Somebody was just logging out, and I don't think they ever came back. Yeah, that would suck, but at least the Series X should be fine. Like, it would absolutely should be fine. And if not, then I have a copy of it on the 360, even though that's going to be a arduous task. Just so, because it would just be essentially like going back a file state of probably like 3 years prior. Like 3 years of progress just down the drain in comparison. Well, we got snow. Thing is that on the world, you see all that snow? That used to be all desert. Nice gold. Like, I still have my very first world I've ever made, and then this was just a month later. Like, Operation Bedrock was created a month later as of June 2012, because the game came out in May. So, for whatever reason, whenever they updated the world, we actually got title updates. We started out at 0, then we got the title update 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. That one title update, for whatever reason, just changed every single biome. Like, my whole desert biome or my desert world became a snow biome. We don't even have any. We don't have a taiga. That's the thing. No, just nothing with that, and then it just automatically just created a snow environment. Even though you can see that there's grass here, you can see that there's water here. It's just out of place, especially that we're in a regular forest, for crying out loud. Now it's a snow biome. Here's one of our skylights. This one we made a villager farm. And right here is where our current project is at. That we're gonna do a 50 by 65 down to the Bedrock level. This is where we're currently working on. I would just probably either leave that there or use TNT. Hey, look at that rain where the snow is at. Like, you can't destroy this. Like, this is impossible. This is at the edge of the world. The only way you can actually destroy this portion is to use TNT. I'm playing on the Series X right now. Don't mind me, I'm a little bit sick. You can literally see that the light source goes one block and then it just darkness. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to create Operation Bedrock, is because that it was a 65 or at least 365 by 365 type of world. This is where we actually had our limit. Now that if you were to play on Bedrock Edition, that the world, you could actually set a limit to it, or you can make it expansive to where it's just infinite. Good to know. Wasn't exactly a month, but close enough. is that this world is so old that we don't even actually have an actual village. We actually had to find zombie villagers to cure them to become regular villagers, and from there we'll be able to trade. And back then we didn't. I don't even. No, wait. We did have trading. We did actually have trading. Is that they added more to it later on. This is what we're currently working on. Reason why I'm making it a staircase is that it makes it easier to see the finish line. It just makes it easier for us to at least keep focus, just a little bit by little bit, rather than just hitting a wall every single time. It's kind of like the whole like mining for diamonds meme. Like you don't know how close you are to achieving your goal until you actually push through it. Here is just more of a visual that just helps us just see where we're at progress-wise. There's the other skylight. Eventually I'll tear down that wall, but that's not until the area here is completely mined out. I'll go to sleep. Get rid of the rain. I think I can't do that. I think I tried that with some diamonds before. Okay, where's my spot? Alright. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't want to get myself killed. Whee! Blink, blink. For a while, there was actually a glitch that if you were to jump on the slime, you would actually still get killed. But as you can see here, the spot has already been mined out. That's our iron golem farm. So if we want to get more iron golems and get some more iron, that's our infinite source right there. I've done a live stream where I've killed 100 withers. So that's a thing that we were able to get so many beacons. Like we have beacons for days. And there's some spawners in the sky right there. There's one right here. There's one right there. That's a skeleton spawner. There's a lot of chests. This is me being OCD, that I have to keep everything organized. This is where it just maximized everything. Like, this is so terrible. At least for me. Like, every block, we gotta save. I know it's not possible every time, but we'll try to do it every single time. Those resources you can't actually grab. Like you could break this wall if you wanted to, but you can't break behind there. Like that's the edge. Almost forgot how to actually play this game with the menuing. Beep. And right there, this is where we mined out the last 3 layers of the world. So that's where most of our time went. It's just the last 3 layers to grab every resources and just to walk underneath the world. Because the idea afterwards, it was that we're going to mine out the northeast, west, and south side of the world. And then we're going to actually go into the center of the world, going northeast, west, and south to divide everything into 4 quadrants. And then mine our way down from there. I only have a couple other Minecraft worlds, but mainly I focus on Operation Bedrock. For a while, I actually did Operation Dome with Operation Bedrock, which I do regret, mainly because it split the time between both worlds, so it kind of dragged on the series even further, where I would get some progress done in one world, but since I've already started a commitment to another world, I would also have to split my time to work on that world too, so I was not actually focusing on one. If I were to go back in time, I would just 100% just focus on Operation Bedrock and then do Operation Dome. But I did get Operation Dome done, where that was where we're gonna encase the entire world in glass and glass panes. So that was done. Some more diamonds in the wall. Can't actually mine that either. You could possibly use TNT, but you would also risk losing it. Yeah, Operation Dome was that instead of the blocks right here, it was just completely glass. I could showcase that real quick. We didn't really do anything here. Oh man, I gotta sync it. That was done on the Xbox One. I'll have to check that out later. I can't do it now. I don't want to mess anything up. So I'll just have to leave that there for now. God dang, you could actually celebrate. Okay, that's cool. Nice though. Which console is this? Xbox Series X. Which, even if you're on the Xbox One X or the Xbox One, if you actually have the Xbox One edition, it could still, I believe, you could still link up. And I also bought a physical copy of the Xbox edition, Xbox One edition, just in case for whatever reason I wasn't able to play on the Series X, and if I didn't have a disc. So if you actually do want to play Legacy Edition, you could buy the physical disc, but you have to be sure to double check that it says Xbox One Edition. Operation Blackout was a series where we're gonna encase the entire world in obsidian. That I believe I could see, or I could show you. I think I actually have that on the Xbox One X. Let me see. If I don't, then that sucks. I even actually made a copy of the before world. Okay, let's see if I can actually load this up. I have to sync it again. God dang it. Again, I don't want to mess anything up. I do want to see. Well, let me check this out. I even actually have the 2016 file. Okay. Well, let me see it. Let me see if I don't actually have to log in or anything. I'm going to do the red screen. Red screen? Yeah, let me do this real quick. Let me sync this up. See if it does anything. Or how long will it take? Not that long at all. Okay. Okay, cool. I thought I actually had to log in or something like that. Don't mind me. My wolf, though. Wait. You're not even tamed yet. Oh, no. Why? Okay. Alright. Oh, that is so sweet. I can't remember. Did you do this, Steve? Like, this is a genuine surprise. For those who don't know, Star is my German Shepherd, or was my German Shepherd. She sadly passed away on the 15th of March. And I don't remember who did this, but I think it was Steve. It was either Steve or Demix. But somebody named one of my wolves Star. At least, List Star. Dimbus, I could see that. That is sweet. Wait, do you have a collar? No, you don't actually have a collar. I could actually tame you. Do I have any bones, though? Oh, I don't actually have anything in my inventory, do I? Hold up. Nothing in the inner chest. Ah, probably should have not synced it. Although I don't have my Xbox One X, so no. Yeah, my Xbox One X. I don't think I have that. I'm just all over the place. Steve's chest of users garbage. Don't touch. Okay, yeah, that's definitely you. Like, do I actually? No, I would have to probably go to my Series X, and nah, it's not worth it at this point. Or maybe it is actually worth it. Ah. Okay, if I exit without saving, then I should not lose any progress. Oh well. Back to the matters at hand. Again, I'm all over the place. I think I should actually get on my Xbox One X and get my stuff back. But as you can see, there's obsidian right here. Yeah, I'm not going to save. Because I need to get all my stuff back and then sync it up again. I don't even have a map. At least on this world, we actually have a stronghold and we're able to fight the Ender Dragon as many times as we want. We have that advantage. We don't have that advantage in Operation Bedrock. If we had actually had a stronghold, we would be able to fix our tools non-stop rather easily because it takes no longer than like 5 minutes to kill the Ender Dragon. We even have horses here too. Sorry. I am not used to the sensitivity. I set to the max sensitivity a long time ago. But as you can see right here, that is the obsidian. That's all obsidian. We even have a swamp here. We don't have a swamp in Operation Bedrock. Actually, we do, just a tiny area, but that's already gone as far as I remember. Mainly, the idea was that we're gonna encase the world in obsidian, little bit by little bit. Although it would take a long time to do that too. Hence, that's why it was a challenge. If we ever get back to that as well. But I would have to finish Operation Bedrock before I start back on Operation Blackout. Because that was another thing, that as soon as Operation Dome was done, I decided to start Operation Blackout. Again, dividing more time away from Operation Bedrock. I think how we actually got up here was with gravel. So that way I could just destroy the gravel afterwards. But we have a long way to go if we were actually going to start doing that. Yeah, I think the idea was that we would encase the entire world in obsidian blocks to block out the sun to make this world infinitely dark. But I'm just gonna exit out. Let me see if it did that. Nope, it synced it up. Yeah. Let me check something out. Nah, I'm guessing that I lost my stuff in the, what's it called? Operation Blackout. I'm gonna have to remake everything if I were to get back to that series. Ah, well. Wait, I actually have this Operation Dome. What's this one? Alright, I can load this one up in. Wolfie. Okay, well. Still here, Gold? Well, this is Operation Dome, by the way. It took us forever that we actually, because funny thing is that this world was exactly the same seed as Operation Bedrock before they updated everything once again. So if we were to do the same seed number, it would completely be different worlds. But here is that I used the same exact seed, that I used a lot of sand from the desert to create glass and glass panes to be able to do this. Funny enough, that it actually did block the weather, and then they updated it again where the glass didn't block the weather, but it would still snow and rain. All that work was for none. But at least it looks beautiful. Like, this entire world is just completely full. The only other side project that we wanted to do, or at least I wanted to do, was start terraforming the dug out deserts into just grass. Just make everything more beautiful rather than have everything just hollowed out. I have to remember where it was actually, where it was at. Don't mind me. I'm trying to remember. I had a spot. It was right over here. These are all my wolves that I no longer own. Mainly because it was transferred onto from the 360 onto the Xbox. Therefore, I was not able to keep these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 200 wolves, by the way. I had an army of wolves. Funny enough, it didn't actually despawn anything. I was able to keep all of them. So if I were to go on 360, it'll be fine. But moving back over here. You can see that there's so many torches all around because we didn't want to get attacked by mobs, and as well as that we wanted to at least make everything just visible. Especially when it gets nighttime. Also to get rid of the snow too, because it was just everywhere. But again, it was exactly the same world as Operation Bedrock. So this is what Operation Bedrock would look like if everything was just more green. And then if we were to go down, you can see everything was just getting hollowed out. This is where we got all of our sand. It just gets deeper and deeper. I'm trying not to break anything. So we actually had to preserve the lakes as well. Evie, welcome back. But yeah, we dug everything out. Just so that we have enough sand to be able to finish the project. I still saved it. Whatever. Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. Apparently my notifications are not turned on. I gotta remember how to get my stuff back for our Operation Blackout. I really don't want to lose that. Unless I put... Okay. I was smart. Okay. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I thought I put everything in an ender chest, that's why. But no, I actually... Yeah, I put everything here. Just look at my bow. Flame 1, Infinity 1. You can't do that. You can't actually put that onto a bow anymore. Like, that was the one thing that was awesome for a brief moment of time. I don't know how long, but you were able to combine both Flame and Infinity onto a bow and it would work. So, you can't do that. Major Gamer, welcome back. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy I kept everything here. Oh, yeah. I think they're still here. I think they are still here. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. I love the fact that we have a mycelium biome. Hold up, wait a minute. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that is awesome. Is that if you ever see a skeleton get hit by lightning, it would cause the... What were they called? I don't remember the name. I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but you get the idea that it would cause the skeletal horses to spawn in with the skeletons on top of them. So you have to kill the skeletons so that you could get the skeletal horse. We were lucky, or at least I was lucky to see that happen. Welcome back, Joey. Oop. Okay, so if I were to get back to Operation Blackout, then at least I have all my stuff again. So insane to think of how long it's been. Oh yeah, this wolf is menace. What are you after anyways? I don't remember. Don't mind me. So many pickaxes. Soak touch, efficiency. I remember I made a video about this, was that you were able to re-roll the enchantments anytime you wanted. All you had to do was just make an enchantment. If you didn't like it, you exit without saving, you go back into the world, and you try again. You can do that as many times as you want. Then they patched it to where that it was actually set that whatever enchantments you do see, no matter how many times you exit without saving, it will not change. You have to do a low-level enchantment to re-roll all the other enchantments. So that was a thing. I don't even remember how to make potions. What's in here, though? I remember there were chests. I just don't remember what was so special about this place, though. Other than the fact that we were able just to farm. I think that was pretty much it. We were just able to farm here. Yeah, we would go over here and fight them off. Yeah. Mainly it was just to farm. I'm alright with that. Just so that we get some blaze rods and whatnot. All that, nothing too much special here. It just happened to be at the edge of the world as well, so it worked out for us too. You see all the bedrock here. Am I able to retain the wolf? I went the wrong way, didn't I? I don't know what was that for, though. Let me see. Yes, I'm able to tame him. Oh, it's so cool. I could just leave him alone, though. One day, Evie, I'll get back to it. You know how it is, though. Just taking a trip back down to memory lane. Oh yeah, side note is that Steve named one of the wolves List Star, and I distinctly remember that happening, but I just didn't remember it actually did happen until I saw that again. So it was a pleasant surprise. All right, I'm gonna exit again. Let's get back to Operation Bedrock because that's the whole anniversary. I'm just pleasantly surprised about everything. At least this wolf is mine. Beep 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 beep. And then these wolves are mine as well. Oh wait, no, they're not. I could have sworn they were. Another weird glitch that would actually happen from time to time is that whenever you had placed wolves on one spot, for whatever reason, it'll just teleport to you. But here is where we had a lot of resources, because I wanted to make a video, or at least a live stream, of showcasing a thing. Wait, Evie, are you still here? But I wanted to actually set all the blocks down and just mine them all up for XP. Because this is all the resources we found from mining the east side of the world. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. If it is, then let me know, please. But yeah, we had all redstone, gold, lapis lazuli, some diamonds, ice. Just in case we need some water. That was everything from this side of the world. On the east. That's been all mined out. That's been all mined out. And we're working on the west side of the world. Is that we started on the hardest section, what was the north side. No, wait. I believe, no, the east side was the most complicated one because it had so much ocean to deal with. North side, less, and then the west side, less, even more less, and then the south side has the least amount of ocean. That was the idea. Back on to the last 3 layers of the world. So many torches placed down. So many episodes were spent on the last 3 layers of the world. So much time. So many friends. So many discussions. The only thing I do regret was not live streaming a lot of the progress onto Twitch at the time, but I had a terrible computer. I had terrible internet, so I couldn't even handle it. Like, my bandwidth probably wouldn't have been able to handle it at all. Now that I have a better computer and also fiber internet, that's where the possibilities are there. Every once in a while, my computer will overheat, but at least that's easily fixable. I've had some streams crash on me because my computer would overheat. This is one of the OG villagers. So OG, his name is actually Villager. If I wanted more diamond pickaxes, this is 11 emeralds for a diamond pickaxe. I don't know if that's the cheapest option, but it looks like it. Is there any more? I don't know. But he is in the way. I don't see any more villagers. I think he's like the last one here. He's an OG. Oh, that's why. There's a block over there. Alright, that's fine. I'll leave you to it. Okay. So much netherite. Some stuff here. Soul sand. Bows and arrows. I just have to remember where everything is at right now. Speaking of which, do I have an energy chest in here? I could have sworn I had one. I need to start placing more inner chests down. Oh well. Bit of an exploratory spot here. Oh yeah, there was also a glitch that happened that we were able to get a rabbit and a wolf here. So, there's that. There's my wolfie. And then there's a rabbit. Somehow they actually got through the portal and then I just kept them. Sadly, I was not able to get a second wolf, otherwise I would actually get more wolves in this area. But, hey, whatever. And we spent about 2 weeks making this nether fortress area so that we could just farm withers and as well as skeletons and zombie. Yeah, I would not actually attack zombie pigmen. They were just docile. So I want to attack them. We had a chicken jockey. So there was that. And I believe we actually had a zombie pigman chicken jockey as well. I believe I made a video on that too. But either way, here's a blaze farm. You get pushed by the pistons. I had to look up a tutorial how to make this. So I would just stand up here, wait about a good minute while they all just huddle down, and then I would just run all the way downstairs. From there, I would just kill them off to be able to gain XP to fix up all my tools. Because all my tools here have mending. I'm going to turn the volume down just a bit. %, is good. So we would actually repair the tools here. Potatoes for hunger. Skeleton skulls, we got to collect them. So I have a lot of shovels and pickaxes to repair. So this is where it all just came from. At some point, I'm going to have to repair them all again. You can see that there's a triple beacon over there. I doubt that these will break. So I want to showcase this. I should use glow blocks. Glowstone blocks. You get the idea. I want to autosave. I have to remember the way there, though. Give me a moment. Pretty. Okay, it's not through here, though. Or was it? No, it wasn't. Okay. Don't mind me, I forgot where to go. Not through here. Why did I make this area for? Anyways. Okay. While I'm here, I'll showcase another spot. At some point, I'm actually going to have to make it look pretty. Because if we were to go over here... Yeah, at some point, I'm going to have to make a staircase going up here. I don't have to be jumping all around. I don't even think I can actually get up here. I could have sworn I made a staircase going up there. Anyways. Actually, I did. It looks so red on... I am distracted. It looks so red on for you guys, but here it, since my color brightness is set way up high, it looks saturated for me. I like that. Oh, I didn't make a staircase. I could have sworn I did. Anyways. Because on a side note is that if you want beacons to work in the nether, you would actually have to go all the way up to the ceiling where the bedrock is at and place some TNT around so you could destroy some of the not netherite. Some of the bricks behind the bedrock so that the beam could phase through. One day it'll be completed. Is that if I'm able to quit my full-time job to work on Operation Bedrock full-time, I will take that opportunity. Straight up, I will do that. But until then, I have to stay with my full-time job. Okay, so it was right here. Oh wait, that's not the path. Don't mind me. At some point, I'm gonna actually have to take the time to make a path. Okay, it was right here. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to make a path and start just making sure I don't get myself killed trying to get there, because I could actually get attacked by ghasts here. So at some point, I'm gonna have to build an actual pathway over here, because this is where, have you ever seen the live stream of where I fought 100 withers in a row? This is where I did it. It looks so cool for you guys. Like, you guys see a darker shade of red? For me, it's just so bright. Yeah, here it is. What is this called again? Netherrack, okay. So as you can see right here, I have the beacon set up so I can fight the wither. And if I were to run over here, this is where the beacon is at. Protected by bedrock and as well as obsidian. Mainly because I would have to create the wither right here. I don't remember which spot it was at exactly. Because it should be right around here. That the wither would actually float up and hit its head or 3 heads on the bedrock, and of course it can't destroy bedrock, so it would actually pretty much be trapped here. We would fight through the first phase, and then once he starts powering up, I would actually have to hide behind the obsidian when he explodes, so that I don't get damaged too much. And then I come right back over, since he's trapped in the bedrock area where he can't move. I'll be able to actually just cheese the fight and just keep attacking him until it dies, especially that I have knockback, pushing him further into the bedrock, and then that's where I was able to get so many beacons. So many beacons. So it was a perfect spot, and of course I had to use more obsidian because it would actually destroy everything. So I'd always have a stack of obsidian on hand just to be able to at least run around here too. That was a fun live stream. Alright. Want to load up the world again? So many memories. So many stuff. So many stuff need to be done. Alright, I can put the glowstone back. And right here is where another blaze farm is at. Or not a blaze farm, but a blaze spawner. I didn't want to destroy it, mainly because we can't keep them, so it would not make any sense for me to destroy it. But let's get out of here. See if we can actually add sound to it. There we go. That's still one of the best paintings. Pretty much this is Diamond Noodle's home. Beep, 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 beep. I've never been a actual creative person when it comes to building stuff. Like, I don't know how people are able to do it. I just can't. That's the funny thing. I lack the creativity to create builds like this. Like, I didn't even make this either. But we actually have our own potion making area. Farming area. I heard something open and close. Funny that this was meant to be an actual farm, like cows and chickens, but they just spawned. I don't remember where to go next. I love the render distance, by the way. Like, we could already see how far the beacons are at. What's funny is that I had no idea how to set the distance between beacons correctly at the first time. I put them all around like 25 blocks apart, but someone told me like it's 25 blocks apart on each side. So you could actually put them 50 blocks apart. I'm like, okay, I had to redo everything all over again. But it should be like 51. Actually, yeah. Was it 25? No, was it 50 blocks on each side? Pretty sure it was. It's been a while since I've done any of this, so don't mind me. It's been such a long while that I forgot almost everything. Like, I have a basic general idea, but I forgot the actual numbers to it. Let me see the numbers. 134. Yeah, 134,225. That's 91. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 101, 102. Because there's 2 beacons. Easier if there was 3. But it's always going to be from this beacon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is 100 blocks apart. Well, 50 and 50. At least from here. This is 230. So this should be 130. Close enough. Essentially, that you never would run out of the range unless you're sitting on a specific. I can never say this word. Specific, specific spot. I can never say it right the first time. Hopefully, I'm not the only one who's not able to pronounce it correctly the first time. What's funny is that we traded this villager so much. I believe he's a Fletcher. That we traded it so much that he's no longer just has no longer of use. But the only reason why I kept him is to showcase that hey, this can happen. That you trade him so much that something breaks and you can no longer trade him. I don't know how to fix it. And even if I did know, I don't want to fix it. More iron for beacons. Roses of the dearly departed. String. Oh yeah, that's because we were trading a Fletcher. Lava. Can't really do anything. Toss a stick. It's not gonna burn. Although if you use water, it could actually make obsidian. And I was really dumb in doing so for many of the lava walls. I totally regret that. This was before they did a patchwork where at the edge of the world does nothing. You can see some obsidian, some gravel. See the edge right there, even further beyond. That's my Farlands right there. Encase some of it in good old glass, because it looks cool. Because it's not going to flow into the world. Not going to do any of that. Mount Haste 2 or... yeah. And over here is where we find all the mobs. Mainly so that we would find the zombie villagers and cure them. So this is where we got all of our villagers. Oh, that fun things to do in Minecraft where we would make the highest diving board when it was actually at 364 at the time. I think it was actually 128 before they upped it to 256. But I wanted to keep this. Just because it was an underwater lake. Just randomly generated. I don't remember what this was for. Or maybe it was just so that I could place another beacon. If needed. Probably that's what the case was, that these were just placeholders for beacons. But dang, still so much time spent with Operation Bedrock. It would have been completed if I had better management of my time. That's pretty much what all it comes down to. Had I planned things better, had I just focused more on actually just doing Operation Bedrock and not any other projects, like not Operation Dome or Operation Blackout, I probably still would have kept the Let's Plays just because it kept things fresh. But I wouldn't get too burnt out. But I probably should have just focused all my attention to Operation Bedrock at the time. Now it's just working full time. That's where it takes all my attention away. What's bad is that it's mainly the 2 a.m. shifts. It's 2 a.m. to 10:30. I've always wanted to get the morning shifts, and now that I have it, it's another story. It's like a whole nother beast to endure. Who knows? If more and more people come to Operation Bedrock once again, maybe I'll actually complete it. Like, get back to it. I just have to figure out how to do so that it's not going to burn myself out, and at the same time, it's not going to be too stressful. Because that's one of the things I hated about it, is that when I couldn't actually work on Operation Bedrock, I would just stress out. My anxiety would just spike through the roof. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be able to work on this. I'm not going to be able to get anything done. How am I supposed to get this done? That's what frustrated me the most. What was this at? I was like exploring everything once again. Where does it even lead to? Okay. Okay, now I remember. This was the original staircase down to Bedrock. Yeah, dome is completed. That took about like 3 to 4 years if I'm not mistaken. Because when I started Operation Bedrock, I was actually going to college to take some classes and whatnot. Like I was doing that. I also had a part-time job at the time. Of course, had homework and projects, and then I wanted to do Operation Bedrock and Let's Plays and things like that. Like I had no idea how I was able to do that for a while too, because I was uploading 2 videos a day. Like it was crazy enough to think that I was able to do this, and this. That's probably why I got burnt out so quickly as well, because I was just stressing myself with so many things at once on my plate. Like I was on the grind to make YouTube a career. Because back then it was just like you gotta upload a lot and you gotta stay on track. You have to stay consistent just so that your channel will still be on the map where it doesn't fall behind type of deal. That was one of the other reasons why I got so burnt out. It was just because I was making so much content and didn't see too much progress with the channel at that time. That's where it's like it wasn't even worth it anymore. Not to mention that for a time being, I was also on Pixelmon. Like my friends introduced me to Pixelmon, and then I had fun just being part of the community that I was just not doing anything else but stay on the server because I was also an admin at the time too. That's where you had the weekly Pixelmon videos. Truth be told, I didn't really do much. I just yapped a lot. Just kept on talking just with every episode. Like, I would just make a video just to talk about the server and whatnot, and that was it. Like, I didn't really do much of gym battles. I wasn't actually catching too much Pokemon. It was just more of a vlog within the Pixelmon series. I miss Envy Block. Just mainly the community there. This was Nick's home right here. And this was just pretty much the back entrance because I didn't want a creeper to blow up my tree dome. Then we have a cactus farm for whatever reason. And then we would make the highest point at the time before it actually got higher. Since you started watching this, you went to graduated college. I can't even talk correctly. Graduated college and started a full time. Dude, that's nice. Like, it's insane. Like, the time flies by. Again, I get so many comments like, dude, I watched this. Like, this was my childhood. I'm like, God dang, I'm old. Like, I know I am old, but dang, I'm old. Keep in mind, I started this series when I was like 19, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I did the math correctly. Like, Operation Bedrock put me on the map. That's why I want to finish this, but I just can't. And that's frustrating on its own as well. And when I joke about winning the lottery, that's pretty much just like, I need to win the lottery. One way or another. One of these days, I'll actually transfer this all over as well. God dang, we have a lot of redstone, though. And I don't know anything about redstone. All my wolves in there are gone. Strong Dead 1045. Yell Flipper. Like, I'm glad that Steve made all these signs. It's just as a definition of irony. Mainly because I hate Flint. Because every time we had gravel, like, I wanted to keep the gravel, not the flint. But I would get flint. And this was before Soak Touch was a thing, by the way. So, I would just store all this away. And this was the first staircase that we've done to Bedrock level. And then from there, we would find our very first lava pool. So now it's a monument. I don't want this destroyed. Yep. Do not touch the very first one. But at this point is that if I was able to at least get 1,000 Twitch subs or 1,000 channel members, then that would be enough for me to quit my full-time job. But that alone is gonna be a long shot. Let's be real. Most channel members I think I've ever gone at once was probably like maybe 30 to 40 in that range. That was when I was doing a lot of Tube Simulator videos and live streams at that time too. Like I actually had that going that I wanted to get to lit level 999. And speaking of which, you probably will see more live streams of Tube Simulator. Mainly because they actually dropped an update. And I've been asking for this for the longest time for us to get lit level categories or lit level genres. If you know, you know when it comes to Tube Simulator that you have genres of videos or categories, that you have sports, lifestyle, dark. My battery died on controller. So yeah, okay, there's 10 of them. Lifestyle, dark, comedy, nature, science, music, nature. I remember on the top of my head. I mean, there's Minecraft story mode. Hee hee. I am still playing Tube Simulator. And now that we have lit level categories, I'm so happy with that. Like that's gonna bring more longevity, especially when it comes to people leveling up and getting stuff with it. But yeah, gaming, comedy, animal, music, lifestyle, science, sports, dark, beauty. And there's one more. Nature, yeah. Nature, gaming, comedy, animal, music, lifestyle, science, sports, dark, beauty. Yeah. Love it. I made a suggestion, what, all the way back in August 2025. I mean, you could still buy it on Amazon. It's the Legacy Edition. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. Come on, tabs. See if I could actually find it. Amazon renewed. Minecraft Favorites Pack Xbox One Edition, $50. Although, if you want to get the regular edition, what's it called? The favorite packs, includes 7 DLC packs, which I think it's worth it if you want the DLC to be included with it. But right now, Minecraft Xbox One is for $44. Or you could actually buy used ones. Yeah, It's a physical disc, so that's good. You have to be sure that it's the Xbox One edition. Other sellers on Amazon, pulling out the page. There's one for $28, one for $24, another one for $24. So you're looking at anywhere between $24 to $50, depending on what you want with it. So it's not overly expensive. It's not in high demand. But again, you have to be sure that it's actually called Xbox One Edition, not just regular Minecraft for the Xbox One. They're two different completely games. Two different, I don't know, two completely different games. English is not my forte. Almost dropped my soda. Let me see here. Where is my mic? I'm like addicted to Dr. Pepper, strawberries, and cream. It's weird how that combination works. All right, here's another fun trivia. That this was here. That this is actually, whatchamacallit, the void. When I made a video about the void, this was the exact spot that we jumped into it. And when we did, it would crash our world. Hence why I covered it up with obsidian at the time, because I didn't want anybody to jump in there and crash in the world. Not knowing that they would patch it to where it's you're not able to mine it anymore. So there was that. So that's completely sealed off forever. What's funny is that if I were to transfer this over to Bedrock Edition, we would be able to mine it, and then you could actually jump in the void, and you would just not crash a world, you would just die. And I have no idea who made this staircase at all, but we made a joke. Or at least somebody made a joke. I will get you and Notch. What was the point of this? I don't know. Someone made that sign, and then Steve made that sign. Excuse me. And over here, this is where we actually had our cobblestone farm. I would just go AFK and just mine cobblestone all day. With leaderboards that you mine up blocks. Speaking of which, there I am. God dang, I'm actually ranked 574. I haven't played in a long time, and I'm still ranked high up here. I find that funny. Well, at some point, I'll be number 1 if I continue on. Probably have to go AFK on a minecart just to rank up faster. Okay. Can't go any further than that, can I? That's funny. Oh, that's why. It's not loading. Oh, well. Anyways, let's go jump into the void. Whee! I will never forgive them for changing the angle. Mainly because when we were able to just look up or down, we were able to see the entire world type of deal. But they changed it now that we can't see it. But yeah, this would have been y-axis 1 down there. You could drop a stick. Nothing will fall through. However, you could actually shoot an arrow through it. And then you're able to place stuff around here. You're able to place stuff on the side, but you won't be able to mine it back up or destroy it. I'm gonna save it real quick. Go place a torch. You can't destroy it. Can't break it. We had to use TNT to destroy that. So you can see how broken it is right there in real time. Perhaps we use a boat. Oh, it has ice properties. That is funny. Oh, we could still do it. It's just wonky. You can still X-ray. Look at that. You can barely see it. That's a funny angle. Come on. Trying to X-ray right now. Well, there's some of that. Kind of dumb how you're not able to do a 360 camera anymore. Oh, there it is. There you go. You're still able to X-ray a little bit. And there's one over there as well. That is so cool, though. At least you could still see the nighttime sky around here. Beautiful as always. And a lot of times that people kept saying like, oh, he went over to creative mode and did all this before making a video. I always have to showcase the fact that the world was created in survival mode, because once you go to creative mode and then try to go make it as a survival world, it's just going to say created in creative mode. So that flag would always be just set to say creative mode if at any point you switch over to creative mode. I had to make a video just showcasing of what happens if you were to do that. Like, people's like, oh, you can still mod it to where it just doesn't say that. I'm like, no, I don't do that whatsoever. It was frustrating to just go with all, or go against all the naysayers. Wild times, really. Over here, these were all the lava pools as well that we emptied out. I'm trying to remember where everything is at again. But yeah, if I ever were to win the lottery, then I will totally go back to Operation Bedrock to finish it up once and for all. And here is where another void would have been found if that was in Bedrock down there. What's funny is that when Frostwalker was made as an update for the console edition, that if you were to mine it up with some obsidian, or no, a silk touch pickaxe, you would get frosted ice. And at that time, I wanted to use Frostwalker with silk touch to get rid of the ocean, but I didn't do that fast enough because they patched it to where that didn't happen anymore. That was annoying. Lava at the edge of the world, right there too. So that's not going anywhere. Random carrot patch. The sun is setting and the moon is rising. The only thing that really sucks is that we never got the super duper HD pack for console edition. That was teased a long time ago, but that never happened. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Like, it would have been so awesome to see that. If they ever do release it, I would love to see it retroactively be put onto the Xbox edition as well. Because they stopped updating Xbox One edition. Because the last update we received was the End City like the end city and whatnot, the Electras. And then there was one more update, and it was the aquatic update, and the 360 version got the update, but not the Xbox One edition, because they wanted to just go on. They just want to move on with Xbox One edition to Bedrock editions. That Bedrock edition is the definitive edition that gets all the updates from then on forth. So we never got the aquatic update, so that really sucks. Would have been funny to see a dolphin over here in the ocean. But it was never meant to be. There's my llamas. And some pink sheep. Got my little duggies. Where we get my food as well. My OP sword right here. Sharpness 5, knockback 2, looting 3, fire aspect 2, unbreaking 3, amending 1. And if I were to go to my inner chest, beep. Got all my good stuff here. Jungle Wood was when Satarui glitched the block to have Jungle Wood that would be on its side, and then you could actually get cocoa beans out of it. I don't know how he did it. I never looked it up. And when I found out about it, I was like, it's not going to do anything. So I wasn't really too worried about that. I just didn't want any game-breaking glitches. Like, I didn't want any duplication glitches at all. That was the one main thing that I did not want. So I got even more beacons. Got my punch 2 infinity 1, power 5. I was supposed to say 4, but nope, it's 5. I know how to read Roman numerals. So punch 2 infinity 1, power 5, unbreaking 3, amending 1, and flame 1. The most OP bow you could ever get. And that's before they patched it. Because I have mending and infinity. When I try to combine them, you can't make it work. So it's one or the other. You can't have both. And this was for the wither. So blast protection and whatnot. Okay, I still got pickaxes for days. I was worried for a second. I was like, I don't think I had enough. But I don't know. I don't think I have any shovels, though. Yeah, I don't have any shovels. Would you stop? I got diamonds for days. Is that while making this home, we found a stash of diamonds that nobody remembers who did it. I don't remember, honestly. I think at some point that we just collected diamonds, or somebody collected diamonds and just put them away and then forgot about it. But it's still funny that we just found a stash of diamonds. Alright, I had to finish my soda. I didn't want it to go stale. Alpacas and llamas don't drop food. And at some point, I'm going to have to repair my shovels. Here's where we have resources. Just so that from whatever resources we found here, we'll put in these chests. What's also sad is that for the longest time we weren't able to live stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That would have been also helpful because I would at the time I would stream onto YouTube and then I'd be like, okay, I'm done streaming on YouTube. Let's all go to Twitch, everybody, so that I could try to grow both platforms. Would have been nice if we were able to do that a long time ago. If we were able to do both platforms. Let me see. Hold up. Gotta see something real quick. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to see if the at everybody actually does work. Hey, Cat actually joined the server. Why, thank you. The music is so nostalgic as well. I need to get a shovel though. This triple beacon is here because of the Y, or not Y, but Z axis 0. So I actually have to place triple beacons all across the way just to keep the consistency. Don't mind me, I'm just all over the place today. Like, I'm just remembering everything with Operation Bedrock. So many years has gone by, so many friends have been made, so much time has been spent here. Operation Bedrock did put me on the map that people wanted to see the series through and through. I'm just sad that I have not been able to keep the commitment. I'm still hoping for one day that I'd be able to be lucky enough to be able to actually just do this full time, just so that I could finally get this done. No idea when it's ever going to happen. When if it ever does happen, I'm going to be so grateful for it to happen. I'm trying to get back to the fortress so that I'll fix up some shovels. I'm probably going to be alive for another hour. Mainly because I want to be able to take my dog to the park. Because today and tomorrow is the best time to do it for me. These are good swords. Find these two. Just finding random stuff. Map 44. Map 0. This is map 2. Moo. So much obsidian blocks right here. Because at least right now for tomorrow is that there's going to be 2 videos with Tube Simulator, and I'm probably going to do a stream with Tube Simulator because now we got lit levels for the genres that I'm going to have to grind to get to 999 on all of them. That'd be fun though. Diamonds. Okay, I remember that we can't make this efficiency 5 because it's too expensive. I don't want to break those. I don't have food. I forgot to bring food. I knew I should have stored it away, but I did. I'm totally unprepared for this right now. Well, I got these. Will a chicken spawn? Nope. That's fine. You failed. I made all this so that my friends and I could fight the Wither, but it never happened. Tab 0. So many enchantment books. Alright, food should be done. Almost. I wonder if I actually was able to get the sponsor for Minecraft, would the console edition count, or I would actually have to play PC Minecraft? Funny to think about. I am number 1. I'm ranked 154. I gotta step up my game. If I were to mine the cobblestone, then yeah, I'll probably get higher rank. Because look at the obsidian count. Actually, I'm above Mock. He already got everything maxed out. I don't understand how the rank system works. Anyways. No chicken. No chicken. Alright. Let's go ahead and fix up some tools while I'm here. So maybe I should just fix up the tools off stream. Like, take some time to do so. One thing I gotta test out is whether or not if I'm able to play Tube Simulator while Operation Bedrock is happening. Because I've always wanted to do that. So that way, if I actually have to repair tools, then I can just play both games at the same time. Hold up. I need to look this up. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I just had to look it up. So easy mode is best because the XP spawn rate or the XP amount you get, regardless of difficulty, is all the same. Look at all the blazes. You get to see them fall. Fall into the trap. Fall where they'll gonna be just killed off for XP. Fools, you cannot escape. Mainly I just wait a minute and then I just run down there. How dare you get stuck? At some point I'm gonna have to put a timer somewhere so that I'll know when to go down. That's beautiful. Maybe we should put another beacon for speed. Well, speed and power. Probably some resistance. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna go down. There we go. Oh, dang. That caused a crash. Never seen that happen before. That is funny. I have never seen that happen before. I wonder if that was a fluke. Like, out of the hundreds or possibly thousands of times I've done this, I've never seen that happen. Like, out of everything, that crashed. If it crashes again, then I have no idea what to do. Oh, cool. Just checking something real quick as they are falling. All right, let's do that, and hopefully it doesn't crash. All right, that doesn't crash. Maybe it was just way too many blazes. Ow. But yeah, that's how we repair the tools. Stand up here, wait for it to spawn, then just fight them off to get the XP to repair the tools since they all have mending. But yeah, the only thing that is that if I were to live stream this, then I would have to play a different game while I'm waiting. That's why I wanted to try the tube simulator thing. Like, I think it's still possible. Part of me really wants to try it. Just to see if it's still possible. I'll have to test that out at another time because an update did drop on Tuba Simulator with an event. It's gonna be the vacation event. So I don't think I'll be able to do it right now. Yoink. Hi there. Little mini zombie pigman. Like I said, I don't actually fight the zombie pigmen because they're so docile, because that makes me feel bad. Farm mobs are a different story because they are a source of food. Mainly, I just want to repair these 2 shovels and then do a little bit of mining and digging. Just to showcase the west side of the world. Alright. Victory lap. Ow. How dare you? It looks so angry in the fantasy texture pack. They gotta stop being stuck. But again, hope you're all having a good day today. Just be safe out there. Things are getting more and more crazy. I like how the two blazes are still there. Mainly what I would do is I'll have to run all the way towards the edge of the fortress just so that it would despawn them since they'll be out of range. All right. Hi there. Buddy, come back down. Thank you. Hi. Am I that close enough for them to spawn? Doesn't look like it. Wrong way. Trying to multitask. No way. That's cool. All right. Will this be enough to fix my shovel? At least one of them. I don't have the chat up. Anybody speaking, I do apologize. I just don't want to mess up this opportunity right now, especially with all the power-ups. At least one shovel's fixed. Thing is, that it does take some time. That's the thing that sucks about it. That's the reality of it. We do not have a stronghold, therefore I cannot farm the Ender Dragon 50 times in a day, which I would totally do. Like, if there was ever an update where we're able to craft the Eye of Ender and as well as the Endstone portals, then that would be enough for me. Yo, Lizard, what up? Sorry that I missed you earlier. I just didn't have the chat up. Oh yeah, I gotta make a video. Or at least see. Yoink. Maybe is that I actually had good timing when it came to going downstairs to fight off the blazes, because that crash probably meant that at some point it was just way too many blazes that spawned in. That's why it caused the crash. So every time that I did this before, maybe that I did it at the right time or at the right moment for it to not crash all this time. Right now I just ran all over here just for the blazes to despawn from the farm. Hopefully this is gonna be enough, maybe, possibly, hopefully. Could it be? One more spawn, come on. They're just getting stuck. All right, let's go. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, so close. Aha. You're gonna be the one. No. Wow. Oh yeah. If anything else, even if I don't do much progress in Operation Bedrock, I will keep up the anniversary streams. I think I've missed the 11th year anniversary. Something probably went down during that year where I missed that stream. But nah, I don't want to ever miss a anniversary stream because I know that people want to see Operation Bedrock be done. So I also do these streams to be like, hey, I haven't forgotten about you guys. So here's a stream just to say I'm still here, I'm still active. Not a day goes by where I'm not thinking about Operation Bedrock. So if I ever do get back to it at some point where I'm able to do more streams and whatnot, then I will try to get this done. But as of now, I am unable to fully commit to it like I used to. I do miss the days where I was able to go Operation Bedrock about anywhere between 4 to 12 hours at a time and not get bored of it, that I really wanted to get work done. But then life took over. That's what sucks. Let me go ahead and change it to peaceful. But hopefully, maybe one day, I'd be able to win the lottery. Or get a full-time sponsor. Whichever is more feasible. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it does take a lot of time. Like, if people want to do their own Operation Bedrock, fine by me. If you want to make TNTs, if you want to just do whatever, just as long as it's not creative mode or duplication, things like that, like, try to do it legitimately. That's the actual challenge behind it. I should have put these shovels away. I'll take them with me. Gotta go this way. Yes, because the shovel has mending. So, of course, grabbing the XP orbs will fix the mending tools. I just spend like 30 minutes just repairing my tools. Like, it takes a long time for the be repaired. Because this world does not have a stronghold. It does not have an Ender Dragon to fight. Otherwise, I would just farm the Ender Dragon to oblivion just to repair my tools. So I have to do it the old-fashioned way of just fighting mobs. And the best XP for that right now is either the Withers or the Blaze Farm. Which I'm going to use the Blaze Farm. It's just easier. But here's the north side. That's the spawner right there. That little dot in the sky. That's a spawner. And there should be another spawner right there where my cursor is at. And then another spawner a little bit to the left right there too, where my cursor is at. But I only have enough time to just do a little bit of mining and digging because I need to get ready to take my dogs to the park. They need to get their exercise. The only time I'm able to take them to the park right now is going to be Mondays and Tuesdays. Because the rest of the week, no, it's way too hot. And especially that I have to sleep early because I work at 2 a.m. now. That's my main shift, like 2 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. So I gotta sleep early, quote unquote. I have a terrible sleeping schedule. God dang, you pretty much left for the almost the entire stream. Working at 6 a.m. to working at 6 p.m. Yeah. Is that for a good 11, almost 12 years? No. I would have to say 12 to 13 years that I've been working night shifts. I used to work 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., which I don't ever really go home until around 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. at times. So, I know how that is. And then now I'm working in the morning shifts, which on paper should have been better, which it is, because at least I have the rest of the day to do whatever I need to do and everything is open and things like that. But at the same time is that I also got to go to bed early, which really sucks. Because now I feel like I don't have much time to do anything either. What we really need, honestly, would be the actual Ender Dragon. Like, if we were able to actually craft end portals, then that'd be golden. Because we could just speed run the Ender Dragon and then respawn them every restart. Like, that'd be so much fun and so much faster than the Blaze farm. I'll never get tired of the generation of how this works. Because it's always in a spherical pattern. I don't know if that's the same for PC Minecraft or Bedrock Minecraft, but at least with the console, it's always been spherical. Seven to 3 is not that bad either. Even 6 to 2 would be perfect. But that alone, I would not have enough time to do anything. Because business opens at 8. So 2 hours to try to stock everything? No. Not doable. 4 a.m. was even more difficult for me. But then 2 a.m. option was a thing. And that actually was perfect. It still sucks though. Just because of having to wake up early and things like that. But other than that, like the timing alone, that 2 extra hours really helped me out. Because if I actually had to go back to 4 a.m. to try to do everything that I do, I probably would not have been able to do that. It's just the workload just became more and more. Classic mob farm, I would say that the blaze farm gives you the most XP. And even then, if you do not want to do the blaze farm, then you can just run around in another fortress fighting the wither skeletons, the blazes, and the magma cubes for XP, just to repair the tools. Like, honestly, if we actually did have the Ender Dragon, it would have been so much easier. Oh yeah, we actually found a cave here the other time. Yeah, no sweeping attacks. You actually have to jump to hit a critical. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Because I got to make 3 videos for tomorrow. Because that we have the vacation event for Tube Simulator. And the idea that I suggested a year ago finally happened, Evie. We're able to get lit levels for our trends. So lit level 999 is going to be a thing again. I think it's going to be lit level 999. 999. That animal category, gaming, science. Yeah. Animal. Okay, I'm trying to remember the 10 on top of my head without looking it up again. So there's animal, gaming, science, lifestyle, beauty, dark, nature, sports, comedy, and music. And also we have lit levels for celebrations too. So now you could get even more stuff. The sad part is I already maxed out all the Craniac items for the vacation event, but not the shop items. So the level 30 float gives you 107,000 XP. So it's going to take forever and a day for me to max that out, but hey, at least that's something. Until they actually make more stuff. I'm not an employee of Outer Minds, but Outer Minds should pay me. It would be nice if I was an actual employee of Outer Minds. Because then I could actually quit my actual job and just make videos and live streams with TV Simulator and other content for them. Just actually be employed by them. That's a different story. That'd be nice. Wink, wink. Like, I will just divert all my attention. Just making 2B Simulator videos. Turbo Kid. PewDiePie's Pixelings. Adpole Tap. Legend of the Brofist. And any other endeavors that they want to do for whatever game that they would want to make. I would just make videos and live streams of it. Just because. Because it would be advertisements. Like, playing the games is just literal, physical, visual advertisements. Use discount Sorority or discount code Sorority for 10% off. Get commissions on the side. Just do it. Come on. Let me be an advertiser. An ambassador, if you will. Who's my favorite Genshin character? Whichever is a fox. Or kitsune, I should say. Wink. Mr. Beast, would you like to sponsor Operation Bedrock? Give me an amount, and I'll have 1 year to complete Operation Bedrock, and if I do not complete it in that year, time frame wise, 365 days, then I'll have to pay that amount back. Let's do it. Let's make it a challenge. Can I get Operation Bedrock done in a year? And afterwards, I'm gonna need your guys' help so bad. I have to get like 8 full-time people to work on Operation Bedrock, including myself. I am out of room. Mr. Yeast, he makes bread. Come on, Mr. Beast. You like challenges, I like challenges. Let's do this. Let's make a collaboration. Operation Bedrock for Xbox One S Series X. I almost forgot what version I'm on. Oh, I wish it was doable in 2 to 3 months, otherwise I would have not spent 14 years. I honestly thought it would have been 3 months at max. When I first started Operation Bedrock, oh, what a naive fool I was. That was not possible. Maybe a year. Like, honestly, we could possibly get this done in a year with all the tools and resources we have now. Like, look how much progress we did in a month when I was actually sick with COVID. Like, I was having the time of my life for that year. I was doing live streams pretty much every single day. And then I was also watching Breaking Bad on the side. Like, I was living life, being unemployed for that full month. Funny how that works, right? But yeah, all it comes down to is that if I'm able to get 1,000 Twitch subs or 1,000 channel members at $5 a month, that's at least pretty much my month's paycheck. Where's the gravel? Oh wait, the gravel's over there. Oh well. Yeah, that was the thing, that when COVID hit, nobody knew what to do or what to expect. So whenever somebody did get sick, they got 2 weeks off. Because that was the whole quarantine thing. And we only got like barely a small percentage of our paycheck. Because it would give you paid time off, but it was just minimal. And the thing was, is that when I got tested again, I was still positive, so they gave me another 2 weeks off. But I'm like, no, I really got to get back to work at some point. So when I actually tested negative, they're like, okay, I got to get back to work, even though I didn't want to come back to work, but I had to come back to work. And then I was reminded why the work was so miserable. But that's how things go. But at least I was able to show that I was able to commit pretty much a full month back into Operation Bedrock. So this is how we actually got the north side done. we actually got that done, and then we started a little bit on the east side, or sorry, the west side. Yeah, that was a scare. Everyone was afraid of that, but that never really got any further than what happened, or any further than it did. But hey, on that, it's raining. There we go. There we have it. There we go. Beep beep. I got stones, but that's fine. Llama. We don't want no drama, llama. But on that, we hit that 3-hour mark, which that's what I was going for. I'm happy with that. As much as I don't want to end the stream, is that I still have to take care of my dogs. That they're going to be going to the park, they're going to get their exercise, they're going to be happy because it's been a week since we actually went to the park, because at this point, summer is already here, so when it gets too hot to actually go, I pretty much only go on Mondays and Tuesdays now. So I don't want to break their hearts. So I'm going to have to end off the stream for the time being. But hopefully, maybe, in the possible future, I'll probably do some streams here and there with Operation Bedrock. Yo, welcome back, Reaver. Good and bad timing, sadly. But yeah, is that for the time being, I'll probably going to be doing some Tuber streamers or Tuber simulator live streams because lit levels just dropped for trans, and now I got a new goal to obtain. Thanks, dude. Again, thank you for being here, and also thank you for being part of the series as well. So if I ever do come back, hopefully you still got your copy, and then we could actually start playing again. Because Steve has a copy, Evie has a copy, you possibly have a copy. So if all goes well in the future, then hopefully we could actually get all together and just start doing Operation Better once again. Who knows? But either way, for everybody else who is watching, thank you all for being here. I still haven't forgotten you guys. I still have not forgotten about Operation Bedrock. And it was refreshing to see it once again. So, if I'm able to come back to it at some point, maybe once or twice a week, so I don't burn myself out, then that could be a thing. For now, with Tuber Simulator, more lit levels have dropped, so I'm gonna have to complete that all over again, which I'm happy for because I've been wanting to see a brand new, just big update for the longest of time, and I'm glad that the suggestion I put out there actually made it into the game. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you to Outer Minds for doing that. But till then, as always, everybody, this is Operation Bedrock, a series where my friends and I are going to mine the entire world until there's nothing but bedrock left, except for the floor, of course, because we need something flat to walk on. So, will that be done? Maybe in the possible future? We'll see what happens as time goes by. If I get a good sponsorship, or maybe if I win a lottery, I'll come right back to finish this off once and for all. But until then, have a great day, everyone. I've been Sorkings90. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys again in a future video or live stream. Happy 14th year anniversary to Operation Bedrock.